Okay, we've completed our last chapter 3 of Unit 1, and we're starting Unit 2. Okay, so let's write that down. In Unit 2, we're talking about, first, a little bit about graphing. Graphing adds the concept of understanding change. All right. And we're going to start very simplistically first. It is a way of plotting points that have an x value, and we know it as the independent, and the y value, often referred to as the outcome or dependent. So plotting points will construct a tendency of relationships of a specific topic, such as supposing we were studying time and income, or we're studying for time as the independent because it goes from wherever we are to the future in a linear concept and counting, and earnings, well, they change every year if you're good at your job, or if you've taken extra classes to get more education. And so we have a result outcome from that experience factor or education. So let's talk about basic algebra. Now, I don't want you to get lost in any of this because we're going to be only doing basic concept learning. And the reason I'm saying that is because it is a course by itself and we don't have time to delve into all of it. So I am going to do snippets of that information for you to recall. First, we have an x-axis, and this is the number line that lies horizontally, that means across, on a coordinate grid. And what this means is that it cuts the plane into two parts. All right. So then we talk about the y-axis. It's the vertical number line that intersects the x-axis at a 90-degree angle, creating four parts or quadrants. We call them quadrants. All right. The origin is where the two lines intersect at the point 0, 0. So this is the origin. This is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. These are quadrants. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, because it goes counterclockwise, quadrant 3, and then quadrant 4, using Roman numerals. And the Roman numerals so you don't get confused with the numbers. Now we're talking about ordered pairs. Those are the x value given first, followed by the y value given second. And it's written as the ordered pair x, y. But I want to make sure you understand that. It's been a while since school, high school, and it gives direction or position on the coordinate grid of location. All right. The x value is the movement from origin to the right if positive, or the left if negative value. And you pause. No mark. Then, from that position, you move up if y value is positive, or down if y value negative. And now make the mark. To plot ordered pair position. All right, so there we have the initial values of what we're going to be doing. Of course, we're going to do some examples. And here we have a coordinate grid. Means little perfect squares on a two-dimensional plane with an x-axis and a y-axis. And we're going to plot the ordered pairs. So here we have x is positive and y is negative. All right, so we're going to go from the origin 1, 2, and pause, and down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is 2 and negative 5. So it was to the right 2, and then pause, then down 5. Make a mark. All right, so we have that one, and that's in quadrant 4. Now this one is negative 3, x is negative, and and y is positive. So here, I'm going to go to the left, 1, 2, 3, and then up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's in quadrant 2. All right. And so what we did was we went to the left 3. Pause. Then up 5. Make a mark. All right. So here we have 4, 0. So x is positive. And y is no, oops, I better put a no, it looks like an M. No change. So I'm going to go to the 4, to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and no movement of y. Okay. Only 4 to the right. This is known as an x-intercept. Intercept, because it sits on x-axis. All right, so that's what we know about that one. What about this one? Negative, negative. So x is negative and y is negative. All right, so I go from the origin to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pause, and down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's in quadrant 3. All right, so what did we do? Well, we went to the left 5, and we paused. And then down 5, because it was negative, and make a mark. Remember, the two values give us one position on that coordinate grid, and that was in quadrant 3. Now this next one is 6 and 3, both positive. All right, so I start at the origin and go to the right 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going up 3. 1, 2, 3. And I made my mark. Positive, positive is in quadrant 1. And that means that we go from the origin to the right 6. Then pause, sorry. I better put zeros. You're right. Very clear. Then up 3. Mark. Make mark. Always from the origin we start. Always, always, always. So here is 1 and negative 7. So I'm going to, I better put origin. No issues when you look at the notes. What did she mean, 0? Well, it's the origin, 0, 0. All right, there, I feel better. Okay, so here we have x is positive and y is negative. Now we had one before like this. This is quadrant 4, the very first one we did. So we're going to go 1 to the right and down 7. Make sure you know it's a 1. All right. And now we're going to have our last one, 0, negative 8. That means no movement from origin, because x is 0. But down 8. So no movement and down 8. I have this number right here. And that is a y-intercept. Y-intercept. It's not in a quadrant. All right. So that takes care of plotting points. All right. We did good on this. I want you to pause it or play it again if something was confusing. All right. Thank you for listening.